I'm the Disc Golf Guy, and I'm joined by Scott Stokely. And Scott, the other night on episode 99 of our Smashbox TV podcast, you talked about people following their dreams and going out and doing things that they love,
Right.
and that may or may not include college immediately following high school.
Right.
Did you want to elaborate on anything?
Yeah, I did want to clear up a little bit. I am not parent discouraging anyone from going to college. That's certainly a great path in life. Just as joining a union, learning a trade. What I wanted to express, there's many paths in life, not just one. And if your if your dream is to compete at disc golf and to be a professional disc golfer, I do believe there's nothing wrong with pursuing that as your full-time, your dream, your goal, your career. But to do so, you have to approach it as a career. If you are going out on tour and you're making enough money and prize money to eat, maybe a little bit of sponsorship here and there, that's not your career. That's a hobby you're being paid to do, and there's nothing wrong with that. But that is a great thing to do if you're going to college and want to go out on the road for 3 months during the summer and have a blast with your friends. Nothing wrong with that. But if you're pursuing it as a career, there's a couple things. Can I be the old person who thinks he knows something?
Yeah,
Okay.
Sure. We think we know everything,
All right.
so go for it.
I do have a little experience in this area, though. So just a couple tips if you're going to pursue this as a career. Number one, you have to recognize the fact that you are a brand. All right, you might throw for a disc company, you might work for another company, but who you actually represent is you. You and your name, your likeness is a brand, and you need to treat your brand as a business at all times. Paul McBeth, the reason Paul is so successful financially is not because Paul is a great disc golfer, but that is definitely one of the things.
It helps.
Paul is also the best businessman of all the disc golfers out there who treats himself as a brand better than any other player on tour. That matched with being the best player on tour, financial success and stability and a future. But you have to treat yourself as a brand. You have to attach your name to everything. Includes social media, clinics, tournaments, leagues, running events, sponsorships, interviews, you name it. Every opportunity you have to attach your name to something, you have to do so. If you are sponsored by Prodigy and you're out running Prodigy doubles, you're wrong. You are running Bob Smith presenting Prodigy doubles. Your name is everything. So first thing you have to do is treat yourself as a brand. That's number one. Number two, you have to stand out. All right, you have to recognize that you are not going to be liked by everybody. This is the fact of the world.
I know.
I'll use again Paul McBeth as an example. I like Paul. He's a great guy. Clearly an amazing ambassador to the sport. Most people love Paul. But there's many people who don't want to root for the guy on top, and there's many people who don't want to root for the largest company, whoever they sponsor. You can't appeal to everybody, but you need to stand out. Now, if you are the best disc golfer in the world, if you have world distance records, you stand out on merit alone. But if not, you have to stand out some other way, and you just don't be invisible. Make a stand, be out there, be yourself, be an individual, and accept the fact that that's not going to appeal to everybody, but the people that you don't appeal to, those aren't your market. Your market are your fans, and those people that you do appeal to cater to that market. The next thing you have to do, and this is so important, and every old multi-millionaire business person will tell you this is the key to success in your financial life, is the relationships. It is the personal relationships you build. When you go on a tour, it's great to hang out and spend time with your buddies, but you know what? You need to cultivate relationships with businesses, tournament directors, club presidents. Every single person that you golf with could potentially help your career. If you've never met someone before, they may be the person that is the springboard to your future success. You don't know who you're talking to. Every person you're talking to, and I hate to sound so impersonal, but if you are approaching this as a business, you have to approach it as a business, which means you have to be thinking your career at all times. Now, the most important relationship is the one with the sponsor or the companies that you're working with. You going out and winning a B-tier tournament is nowhere near as important to them in the long term, to your success with that company, as emailing them about it afterwards, having a tournament director contact them afterwards and tell them how much they enjoyed you being at their event. But cultivate that relationship. If you're within 300 miles of your sponsor, you drive there and you have lunch with them. Even if you get 45 minutes of their time, that 45 minutes that the other sponsor guys don't give them puts you in a different light than the other players. Again, you're a business. And all this is, there's probably many other smaller details, but the important thing is, the theme of this is that I do believe that you can have a path to success in disc golf. It's a $140 million wholesale disc market, some percentage of that in other merchandise, and growing by 20 or whatever percent a year. You can make a career in disc golf but not as a casual player who's competing in for money. So that's all. So I want to just be kind of clear that there's more to being a professional than just winning prize money. Treat yourself as a brand, and treat your brand as a business. And if you do that, pursuing a career as a professional disc golfer is a viable long-term option. There's my 2 cents as an old person. Here, I'll get off my soapbox.
All right, there he goes. That's Scott Stokely. I'm the Disc Golf Guy. Check it out on thediscgolfguy.com. What a brand.
Yes, it is a brand. You're a brand. Thank you.